You know, I thought it was a fascinating exercise because governments can take policy decisions to create benefits, create economic triggers and support for families. But it's only when you look at each family's individual circumstances and you look at the influences on them that you understand their behaviour and you understand the alternative system that gets created. So for example, in the simulation, we had a working mother and an unemployed father. The unemployed father was so keen to get work, he forgot to feed us, make sure that we were looked after, that we went to school, etc., etc. That's highly reflective of reality. So I thought it was incredibly realistic. When you're bringing future leaders together and you're exposing them to the realities of society and the realities of how people live their lives, you're equipping them to lead in a different way. So I thought that was a fascinating outcome from the exercise. I think also when you're doing things like that, it imbues people with a greater sense of responsibility and probably a greater understanding of how they can make a difference. You know, if you look at Deloitte and what we do and how we behave as a corporate citizen, a lot of what we're trying to do is to make interventions in a way that's local. It's very specific to individuals. And the reason for doing that is not only are you making an impact in your own community, you're motivating your own people because they realize they can make things change. And so the local people involved with local people, there's a great deal more ownership and a more visible impact that people can make. You know, as an organization, we can write checks to relief organizations. And when we could do that, we could salve our conscience by doing that. But when you get people really engaged in the community, really seeing that they can make a difference, makes an enormous impact. And that's why I thought the exercise that we did actually brought to life. You know, people seeing how they can make a difference locally, how they can make a visible impact in their own community. And as I say, equipping future leaders with a greater understanding of the problems that other people face.